Not all cultures are equal. Not all values are equal.
I don't want to make people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money. I want to give them the opportunity to go out and earn the money.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
I looked at that, and I didn't say that. If you look at it, what I started to say as a word and then sort of changed, and it sort of came out, and people said I said black. I didn't. No one in that audience, and I've talked to a lot of people.
We looked at it, and it is a little blurry.
I looked at.
Well, you know what's marvelous is that in this country and under our Constitution, we have the ability, when we recognize that something is wrong, to change it. And that's what we did in our country. We changed it. We no longer have slavery. That's a good thing. And what our Constitution has done for our nation is to give us the basis of freedom unparalleled in the rest of the world. That's what people want to get back
I agree with that,
because they realize that our government is taking away their freedom.
But that's not what you said. You said that the Founding Fathers worked tirelessly to end slavery.
Obama is the best food stamp president in American history. I'll go to their convention and talk about why the African American community should demand paychecks.
Speaker Gingrich, you recently said black Americans should demand jobs, not food stamps. You also said poor kids lack a strong work ethic and proposed having them work as janitors in their schools. Can't you see that this is viewed at a minimum as insulting to all Americans, but particularly to black Americans?
No, I don't see that.
Americans. First of all, I believe I'm going to get a third because a third of the black people in this country, at least, are thinking for themselves.
I'm going to love you, brother, but let me tell you something. You don't have to have a big analysis to figure this thing out. Go to New Hampshire where they don't have a sales tax, and you're fixing to give them one. They're not interested in 999. What they're interested in is flatter and fair. At the end of the week, I'm going to be laying out a plan that clearly, I'll bump plans with you, brother.
A person, then I find it almost remarkable for a black man to say, no, we are going to decide who are people and who are not people.
I grew up in Alabama. I understand, I know this from my own experience, that blacks are not the greatest swimmers or may not even know how to swim.
Not all cultures are equal. Not all values are equal.
I think it's very, very important for him. He's a role model. He's a role model in particular, whether he likes it or not, in the African American community. And you have an African American community, particularly in the poor inner city areas. We're looking at out of wedlock birth rates, you know, in 3/4 to 75% of children being born out of wedlock. Marriage is an institution that's a bridge too far for too many African American women.
I looked at that, and I didn't say that.
Who let the dogs out? Who?